Hi guys, I'm going to do a little video on what we call Skatepark Maintenance. Going to be installing some of these bearings. I got some Titan Red X bearings right now. That's what I'm planning on using right now for this video, along with some Phoenix bearing spacers. These are like the best spacers that I've been able to use. They're a lot thicker. They seem to not go to crap pretty easily, along with some Phoenix Integra metal core wheels. So let me get on to it. So what you're going to need in order to install them, if you don't have a bearing press, which is obviously the easiest way to do it, you can use a bolt of any kind. You can use a B model or aka Pro model bolt or a grade 8 bolt, a shorter one, preferably with the threads that don't go too far out to the side. That way when you go to stick them in, you actually want the threads to kind of go to the other side of the wheel. You don't want to run out of space, and if you do, you can use spacers like I am. I'm going to be using a tilt spacer in order to install them. So this is what you want to do. Okay, so you want to take your pair of wheels. I'm going to have to try and do this. I'm going to set it up against my beer. This is the best way to show you. Okay, so this is how you're going to do it. You're going to take an axle like this. Obviously, if you have the seals and then the internal seals, you obviously want to have that turned into the wheel. You put that through the actual wheel, and then from there you put your bearing spacer right on in, followed by your other bearing. Once again, seal, if you have them like this, seal inward. And then from there, I'm going to use a spacer just because we're pretty close on how much I have for room. And you just want to screw it on. This is a cut bolt, so it's kind of touchy. And I'm trying to do this one-handed, so shooting this on my phone, so it's not the greatest. Okay, so I got it threaded on a little bit, and then you want to use your typical, if you're using this bolt, obviously it's a 6mm Allen key and a 1/2 inch socket in order to tighten this down. And now what it's gonna do is it's gonna pull those bearings straight into your wheel. I know a lot of kids use hammers and try to lay them sideways and tap it in, and it's just a pain. You can screw up your wheels, especially if you have a lower end wheel like an Eagle or something with a really thin bearing race wall. Like with the Phoenixes, they're pretty thick. Yeah, so you want to find a wheel preferably with the thicker ones in order to do it with like a hammer. Either way, I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend this instead. Like I said, grade A bolt or a Pro model / B model axle, something a little longer, and you can use spacers if you run out of threads, just to tighten it down all the way. And obviously, once you get it in, you don't want to keep trying to press it, because then you might mess up your bearing spacers. So try not to over tighten them. Tighten it just enough to where this lip of the bearing sits flush with the wheel. That way it doesn't create a problem when you try to install it on your scooter. Some district decks are pretty difficult to try and get that into. Some of them are a little snugger than others. I'm assuming it's because of the dropout spacers being a little, I don't know if they machine them, and some of them might come out a little wider than others, but it sometimes can be pretty difficult to put them in. So yeah, so that's in a tutorial. I'm gonna try and shoot one better with my camera, but until now, here's a little one just uploaded from my phone. So yeah, if you have any other tutorials you want to know about, like I said, Skatepark Maintenance is kind of what I'm kind of going for right now, just trying to show you guys how to install stuff on your scooter a safe way from home without specialty tools like most shops have. So yeah, just let me know what you want to see, and I'll see if I can make it happen. Okay? Have a great one, guys.